Hi guys, hope you're well. It's Mitch here, it's Sunday, so it's Tarot and Oracle review day. So the deck that I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today is a little bit of a mystical deck. So obviously it's not long until the witches sort of season of Halloween. So, well, we are in the season, but obviously till, beautiful Halloween period, Samhain time. So the deck that I'm going to review for you guys today is the Halloween Oracle by Stacey, Demarco. Now this is a beautiful little deck here. Okay, it's quite a small deck, so as you can see the box is quite thin, but it is a great little sort of deck. So examples of cards along the top there. It's produced or published by Blue Angel Publishings. So I don't know if you can sort of see their logo at the bottom there. Okay, and it just sort of says the Halloween Oracle, lifting the veil between the worlds every night. The Halloween Oracle, experience the scariest night of the year every night. So a really cool deck. I actually really like this deck. There's a lot of information in here. So great, lovely sort of, it's kind of a mix of gloss and matte finish along the front. So like we've got all these sort of pumpkins, witches' hats, black cats, ghosts, all along here. I don't know if you can sort of see that so well. And the skull, all of that is kind of like glossy, but then the back of the box is like matte finish. So as we open it up, we've got the book. So, you know, reasonable book there, quite a lot of information within the book, which we'll get to, we'll look at. So we'll look at that shortly, but we'll look at the cards first. Now this deck, seeing if it says how many cards are in here. Yeah, so it's a 36 card deck, so it's not very big, like I sort of say, but it's a really beautiful deck to sort of have in the collection. So I'm going to show you, I'll probably show you all these cards, being that there's only 36 of them. But what each card has got, it's got, you know, what it actually is, so in this case Black Cat, and then it's got a little bit of something which just tells you a quick overview. So fortune meets opportunity for this particular one. So it's a really mystical, it is a really witchy, I know it says Halloween deck, but it's a really witchy sort of deck. The artwork is absolutely stunning. I'm not sure if it says who the artwork is by, but we'll have a look at that if it's not immediately sort of put in here. Yeah, we'll get to that because it is a beautiful deck. Okay, so the artwork might actually be by Stacey as well. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're illustrated by different people, but we'll have a look. So yeah, amazing, really powerful deck. This is something I would easily work with, you know, pretty much all year round, being that I am obviously pagan and everything. But really stunning images, really beautiful. Obviously quite dark with the theme of what we're dealing with. The whole deck is quite a dark deck. But within that, there are some really powerful messages, some really powerful bits of wisdom. So there's some that I prefer more than others, card-wise, but as you can see, they're all pretty special in their own unique way. So if you're somebody that likes the darker sort of kind of cards, if you don't like, this is not a fluffy deck, so obviously if you don't like sort of, you know, dark and a little bit mystical and magical, if you like fluffy, angelic, this deck definitely won't be for you, because it ain't fluffy and it ain't angelic, but it is powerful. It's got full of wisdom. It does pack a punch actually. Some of the cards take you back a little bit because they are quite to the point, but I really like them. It's a beautiful deck, and each kind of card stands out on its own merit as well. That's what I really love about this deck. This one's beautiful. I mean, look at the power of this. I don't know if you can see that there. So vampire, emotional intelligence. Love that. Can just feel the power kind of from that card. So they've all got a beautiful, unique, powerful story to sort of tell. So on their own merit, they're quite powerful, but when you obviously put them together and do reading, then you have really got something quite magical going on here. So just want to show you enough of these so you can get the idea. This is a beautiful one, love this one. And obviously Halloween is a great time of year to do scrying, for any of you that are interested in sort of doing that, either with a crystal ball, you know, you might use a black mirror, you might just use a candle, you might use smoke from a cauldron. There's so many ways you can scry, you know. But some really, really powerful. The colours in these cards as well, some of the colours, I mean look at all that beautiful deep purple going around the edge of this skull here. There's a lot to this. There's quite a few of the cards are skull related as well. There's sort of a whole range of sort of skull cards, which is pretty cool as well. Oops. So obviously this was the card, the Skull of Flowers, creating through the ashes. So this was the one that they used as the front of the box. And the final card. And then I wasn't sure if I showed you the back of the cards, so in case I didn't, the back of the cards are quite quirky as well. So they've got this kind of cool little design, so black with these little bats, witches' hats, cat's cauldrons, all of this sort of thing. So that's the deck in its entirety in terms of the cards itself. So as ever, we're going to pick a card for this Sunday, guidance to be given, things to be aware of, things we need to know about. And this will also represent the week ahead for us. And then obviously I'll look at what the book says. They're a good size. They're a real good size. Oh, I didn't mention the stock quality as well. Stock quality, they are reasonably thick. They're not the thinnest, they're not the thickest, they're like a medium. Some people probably would say these are quite a big size card. I like them. I think these are a nice size to work with. I know for some people they find this sort of size too big. They're not gilded or anything, but they are really, really beautiful. They're quite a quirky little deck to sort of have. I just think they're a fun deck to use now and again. It's not a deck I use all the time, but I could use them all the time if I wanted to. I choose not to. But yeah, they are pretty cool. So I'm just asking the cards for a message for this Sunday and for the week ahead for the highest of good. Okay, so the card that's come up for us then is Skull of Stars, Infinite Possibilities. Wow, that's a pretty cool message without even looking at the sort of book. So really, really powerful, beautiful. That's the one I sort of commented on with the beautiful deep purple and this sort of moon sort of energy behind. Love it. Okay, so let me just find this in the book and let me just look at the book actually. So what you kind of get, it talks about how to use the deck and everything else. I'm trying to see who actually is the illustrator. I think it is Stacey. I think she is. Oh, here we go. No, sorry, I tell a lie. Card artwork by Jimmy Manton. So usually they talk about the artist a little bit more, but that's only quite small print in there. So the artwork itself has been produced by Jimmy Manton, and then obviously the information of the cards have been put together by Stacey Demarco. This is a copyright from 2014, so this deck was published in 2014. Okay, and then as we go through, there's a little bit about sort of this time of year, the Halloween season, the origins of Trick or Treat, Truth and Dare, how all of those things came about. Then there's talk of how to use this deck, and they do a few examples. So they've got here like Halloween 3-card draw, the Jack-o'-lantern division, some great things you can actually use there to sort of give you an overview. And then we go into like the cards themselves. Now the book, everything is black and white, it's not colour, but that's not really a problem. There's no numbers on the card, so obviously I'm going to have to quickly look through and find the Skull of Stars, and let me just see what it has to say. So bear with me, guys, while I just find this one. Oops, I think I've just gone past it. Skull of Stars, here we go. So it's sort of like a one-pager. So we've got Skull of Stars, infinite possibilities, and then we've got like a little bit of a piece at the top. Why think so small when galaxies spin within? Realize that you are made of the stuff of stars, and infinite possibilities begin. Quite like that, nice little mantra. Then we go into the traditions of this card. This skull brings us back to the fact that we are all made of the stuff of stars, yet many of us think so small. We are each born with a blank canvas to paint upon, and we are indeed an open sky of possibilities. It is easy to feel small in a world that is so busy, impersonal, and seemingly self-absorbed. We can at times feel lost and unclear about our direction and lose sight of our place in the cosmos. The Skull of Stars reminds us that we are only limited by our own imagination and boundaries. If we can dream it, it is possible. I'm liking that. This card indicates that you need to think bigger and more broadly about your future and what you would like to achieve. Perhaps there are false beliefs, often old, that no longer serve you as you grow and change. Sometimes these beliefs may not even be yours. They may have been imparted to you by your parents or the wider community, yet feel rather incontrudent to you. You need to endeavour with all of your heart and soul to live life the way you want and honour your own wishes and truth. So basically, the message in a nutshell is all about living our best life, which is an ongoing theme I sort of try and promote for people. So amazing, amazing. And it is, isn't it? You know, regardless of being in COVID energy and lockdowns and all these other crazy things we've got going on in the world, give yourself permission to live your best life in the here and now. So really liking that. Powerful, powerful message there, guys. So yeah, if I was to score this deck out of 10, it is a 10, but it is a deck also that is quite a 50-50. So I've noticed with this, oh sorry, I've got an itchy nose. I've noticed with this, you know, people that I've used this deck with, they either love it instantly or they hate it. So I would probably be quite selective with whom, you know, you'd probably target your audience to if you would use this deck or not. But it is a great, great little deck to work with. So I really like it. Really glad to have got it into my collection because I saw it for quite some time before I actually started to sort of, you know, get it. So it is the Halloween Oracle, again by Stacey Demarco. Check it out, guys. See what you think. Beautiful little deck. Great to have in the collection for all you Oracle card collectors or lovers of all things a little bit more darker. So, gonna leave the energy of these with you. Stay safe, stay well. Much love and blessings. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.